Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas. Hello, I'm Billy Cauthen, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Charles Provost Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Oh, hey, what's up, Billy?
I got a plan.
I got a plan.
I got a plan.
I got a plan, too.
We'll
Start
just
on
look.
time.
We'll stare at the camera, and we'll just move our lips, and everybody will be like, "There's no audio," and then we can just shut it off and go home.
When you were a child, well, let me take it back. As a child. Same here. As a child.
As a child.
No, growing up, did you ever mute cartoons and then talk over them?
No, I don't guess I did that. But I remember the old kung fu movies, like where their lips didn't sync up with what they were saying, and that was always fun.
Are you an only child?
No.
You're not?
I'm not.
See, my brother and I, we used to do that. We'd mute the TV, and then we'd joke around. We would sit there and make up, on The Simpsons especially. It was always easy with The Simpsons to make up something funny. That's what we did.
No, I had a brother that was 5 years older than me and a sister that's 8 years older than me, so... I'm the baby.
You the baby.
I'm the baby.
Did you get more of things or not?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I did.
The Billy Cauthen way.
Yeah.
Welcome in, friends.
Piss and moan until you get it.
Yeah, man. I was blessed to have a sister who hooked me up a lot with stuff. My sister always spoiled me. Now, early on, Rebecca, if you're watching, I love you, sis. Early on, you know, there's an 8-year age gap, and when there's that much of an age gap, you kind of don't get along at first.
Oh, me and Crystal couldn't stand one another, but now we're like we don't talk a lot, but we're like the best of friends. But, yeah, when we were little, no. Matter of fact, I remember being like 16 years old and having a knockdown drag out over something that was neither one of our concern.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I say, hey, I'm going to do one thing real quick. I don't know. It's one of those weird days. Let me pull this in just a little bit. I've always wanted to do this. There you go. Let me try that. Say something now.
Say something now.
Say something. What's that? Yeah, I don't know. It's been a weird day.
It's been a weird week.
We're gonna have real talk on this show this morning. Is that all right, Billy?
We're going from PG to PG-13, people.
Wow, we're going negative. Negative P, whatever that would be. But hey, we want to welcome you in. Thanks for being with us. I'll explain a little bit. Just one of those crazy mornings this morning, and Rick Warren wrote a book called The Purpose-Driven Life. You ever heard of that book?
No.
I feel like lately I've been leading the excuse-driven life, and I need to change that. I mean, there's valid things behind that, to be honest, that certain things cause certain things to happen. And, you know, people who write leadership books make money writing leadership books.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And so it's easy to read a book and to follow what they say because theoretically it makes sense what they say. But every once in a while, or in some cases, every frequent while, unexpectedly, things get thrown into the wheel that make it, you know, spokes get taken out of the wheel, if you will, and it throws everything all over
So
the place.
what you're saying is what works for one might not work for the other.
Yeah, thank you. I needed a Billy Cauthen rundown of this.
Yeah, there you
so if it's like one or two things, it's easy to work through. But man, I'm not giving excuses. But these like last 4 months, I was talking to my sister this morning. It just gets to a point to where it's just too much, and I'm kind of at that point right now this morning that it's. And I'm not saying it like in a negative. Don't think anything bad about this. And that's why it's so important. And, you know, we always say a prayer before we go on.
Yes, we do.
And that prayer this morning was, God, just allow us to be real and intentional and to come to you with full truth. And, man, I'll be honest, like these last 4 months, man, it's just been a whirlwind. And, you know, it's just been one thing after another. And there has been no – it's easy for someone on the outside to look in and say, well, set consistency in your routine. We do have consistency in some things in the routine, but other things get thrown off course. And the problem is it's not been like one little thing or two little things that throws you off course. It's been like a whole typhoon came through and like threw you way off course on the other hemisphere, and you're trying to get back to the right side of the globe. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of where we're at right now. So this morning, you know, getting ready, and my wife can't help it. She's not feeling well. She's got maybe like a strep throat type deal. Poor thing is just not feeling good. Yesterday I felt so bad for her. She just couldn't even get out of bed. She's in so much pain yesterday. And that's how it always starts with her. I know it's going to be something serious whenever it happens. And so she has been taking the children to school now. And yesterday I told her, I said, well, sweetheart, I've got to get up and I've got to get this show going. So I said, I will come back. I didn't know how seriously bad she felt. Well, halfway through the show, she says, please come get the children. Like, I can't move. And so we didn't wrap up until 9. Well, you're supposed to drop the kids off before 9. So I had to rush home, which you think in Huntsville, I joke around and say it's only 10 minutes anywhere you go. Well, it's not true when you live in a very back part of Elkins.
Yeah, you live in just the
doldrums.
To get to your house, it's like turn. You're like, surely I have made a complete circle at this point.
Well, it's 12. I timed it. It's 12 minutes from my house just to the highway. Then you add on. It's about 20 minutes to get from there downtown now, and which isn't a big deal. It's a big deal whenever you have to go back home and do something because now you've eaten up, almost 40 minutes. People that are probably in the Austin area that maybe watching are laughing this morning saying, I wish that was our drive. But long story short is, poor Bridget just has not been feeling well. So I had to, and I was gone for 2 days at a conference. It was a much-needed conference to learn about production and those kind of things. And so, when you attend those kind of things, that already throws your schedule off. But you have to do it. It's continuing education.
Yeah.
So I was down in the Woodlands the last 2 days before yesterday. It was on, what would that be, Wednesday? No, it would be Tuesday, Wednesday is when I was down in the Woodlands. And so I was like, okay, well, cool. Thursday is going to be my day to catch up. Well, it ended up not being because I'm on dad duty. Mm-hmm. And trying to work basically 2 jobs. And so I went and as soon as the show was over, ran, grabbed the children, dropped them off at school over at Tomorrow's Promise. Well, on Thursdays, we volunteer at Samuel Walker Houston Elementary School. I almost didn't go because there's so much going on, but I said, I owe it to those kids. I made a commitment. I'm going to follow through with it. I go over there, and there's only one other lady volunteering that day. Normally there's about 4 or 5 of us. And she said, I was worried I'd be the only one. And, Billy, we go in there, and it's the coolest thing. I love it. I want to invest in the kids, and help them. I've learned to say no to a lot of things lately. You have to. But that's one thing that I wanted to go because we do it here at First. And I said, how can I truthfully speak on this if I've never experienced it? Mm-hmm. So, and it's the neatest thing because you got pre-K through 3rd grade. 3rd graders don't really need any help, but especially the pre-K and the K, we go at lunchtime. And those little ones need help opening up their milk cartons. And they're just the sweetest children. And so I ran and did that, came back at 11:30, 11:45. Lost track of what happened over the next couple hours. I was trying to catch up on a couple of things here. Thank goodness for Michelle because she does such a wonderful job, and I'm glad she's back helping. And then I had to dart to New Waverly at 2:30 for our coaches show. So ran and did that. Keep in mind, Bridget's not feeling well.
Yeah.
I dropped the children off. So I had to come back. I got back about 5:30, 5:45. Finally got the children. Went and got us something to eat before the kids, because you know how hard it is to go through a line to get something to eat while you got children in the car.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided I'm going to go through the drive-through line first. Well, whatever reason, syrup was running inside their business because they were slow as molasses. I didn't complain. I was like, whatever. When things are running slow, I just said, God's keeping me from something. It's all right.
I do the same thing. That's the exact same thing I think of. God slowing me down for something.
That's the one thing that like calms me down instead of being impatient. So I just said, it's fine, whatever. Well, it ended up being like 15, 20 minutes just sitting there waiting. I don't know what it was. Won't say the business. It's a great business, but I had to sit there and wait. Didn't get upset about it. So by the time I got to pick the children up, it was already 6:15, 6:20. Luckily, you have to get them by 6:30. I never get them that late. We usually pick them up 4:45, 5 o'clock, sometime around then. Got the kids, got back home. Bridget, poor thing, still not feeling well at all. And so I fed the children. Got about 10 minutes to sit on the couch and watch the news while the children ate. Caden, by the way, sitting at the table now, the little table. Mm-hmm. It's cool. And he's taking steps, man.
Awesome.
He's up to like 4 steps. And I don't know why I'm rambling on about this, but I got the kid, and I'm just saying, maybe some of you can relate, okay? I'm not complaining. But then you got to bathe the children. Well, Bridget and I normally do that together. Again, she's not feeling good, so I had to bathe the children. That's usually about a 20, 25-minute task, depending on, what we got to deal with. A diaper, I forgot to throw in diaper in the middle of that, and a not a really good diaper either, if you know what I mean. And so, and then I read to the children, put them to sleep, and all. Well, by the time I got done with all this, man, it's like 8:30, almost 9 o'clock. And then finally I get 2 hours. I was going to work on a project that I've needed to do for 2 months. I said I finally got an hour to do it. Well, I lost the email and the password, so now I can't get in to do that project that I need to get done. That was the 1 hour, and it's not anyone's fault. It's my fault, because I just, it's the 1 hour that I finally had to get this done, and now I guess it's going to have to wait until next week, because I've got stuff today, tomorrow, Sunday that I've got to focus on. And so it's just one more thing that gets pushed to the back burner every day, man. It seems like that's what it's been lately. Then get this, the kicker is I'm up, I'm working. I said, okay, well, I can't do this. I got a couple other things I need to catch up on, right? And so finally, it's like midnight. I never go to bed at midnight because I'm usually up at 5 o'clock. And usually the dogs get up and I got to get up. We've had this discussion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's 40-plus-year-old men. You get up a couple of times in the night, right?
Yeah, you got to check on things.
Yeah, that's what we
empty
call
things.
Got to empty the coin purse,
Yeah.
So anyways, it's midnight. I finally go lay down. And I said, I just completely forgot I had a required meetup at my college class at 8 o'clock. Completely forgot, even though it was on my calendar. And that's what, and you see people in leadership, well, you need to check your calendar. Okay, yeah, you're right. But if you're in the middle of a million things and you already had a crazy day, I guarantee you're not looking down every 5 seconds. You're trying to address the situation at hand, right, Billy?
This is a prime example of life getting in the way of life.
Yeah. I agree.
Yep.
And so, anyways, all that happened. And I'm not complaining. I'm just stating the facts, of what it is. And Steph Valley has a good comment. She says, imagine if you're a single parent dealing with all that. I agree.
No joke.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I got a shout out for all the single mamas out there, the single daddies.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I mean, Jacqueline's been my rock since we were together. I mean, she just handles things.
Mm-hmm. That's what Bridget is with us and the
I'm
children.
clueless. I mean, really, I'm clueless. I don't know when we have to be places and do things. She knows, and we just follow her lead, and away we go. And yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for that. And so here we are, 12 o'clock, finally lay down, forget about the class, fire off an email to the professor saying, I'm so sorry, it's just the day has not been good. I was brutally honest with her. I said, today's been just a really stressful day. And then I go to sleep. Well, guess what I hear about an hour later? And I was like, here we go. Wasn't the dogs. It was my little boy, which I'm not complaining. When he does that, he's not going back to sleep on his own. He's just not. And he doesn't do it often. I can already tell some of the parents, well, you should leave him in there and let him cry it out. Trust me, we've tried that procedure. It doesn't work with everybody's child. So I go grab Caden. I said I probably shouldn't be in the same room with Bridget because she's not feeling good anyway. So I grabbed Caden, went into the guest bedroom, And he woke me up about every 45 minutes, kicking my back. And so that's how we got rolling. And then today, I told you, I said, I'm going to be a little bit – I tried to get up early, but it was just a long night. And I said,
you texted me like, 6:15 in the morning?
I told you, I said, I'm going
something?
to be late, man. I just know I am. There's no way around it. And because Bridget usually helps me, well, she's not in a position to really help me much because of how she feels. So I got the kids ready, and then, it's like 6:59-ish, finally get them out the door, and 7:05, I'm pulling out the driveway. I get to the end of Elkins. This all goes back to Elkins, right?
This all goes back to this 12-minute journey.
I get to the end of the Elkins, and I just pounded my hand gingerly on the steering wheel and said, I just forgot a tub that had our headsets in it. Now, I already know someone out there saying, well, why don't you have headsets at the studio? Because the headsets are $400 a piece. Okay, 400 times 3 is $1,200. I only have 3 headsets. Okay, one day we will have enough to have another 3, and I won't have to take them out of here. But because we did our New Waverly show, I had to take them out yesterday. So it's just, again, another one of those things. Oh, the kicker. Here's the other kicker. Here's the other kicker, Billy. The bed of my truck has that carpet lining and it has a little thing you pull over, on the bed of it. I carry my generator with me to the football games when we're on the road.
Yeah.
Well, with everything going on this past week or two, for whatever reason, I decided to leave the generator in my truck. Totally forgot to take it out even though everything else was taken out. For whatever reason, my brain just could not think about taking out the generator. Well, it's been almost a week since I had opened up the trunk. And so what happens? I go to put my equipment for New Waverly yesterday in the truck. And guess what the bed of the truck smells like?
Gasoline.
And
oil.
Everywhere. The gas will come out, the oil will not. So that was like another 25, 30 minutes. And I didn't realize the oil was leaking until I said, well, I can't run home and drop the generator off, so I left it here at church. Well, I brought it in. Guess what happened? Oil started leaking everywhere. So I had to clean that up. It's just one of those days, man. Just one of those days. But you know what? We're breathing it up, right?
Can't win for losing, right?
Yeah. The reason I said all that is not to say, oh, Rob's complaining. The reason I said that is maybe you are going through a similar
Maybe your generator tumped over, too.
Yeah. Maybe you're losing oil. Maybe you're out of gas.
Only when I sneeze.
So just remain in faith. And I've been telling, that's the only thing that's keeping us going, and no excuses, but it just seems like a whirlwind ever since Dad passed. That we lost my dad, we lost my aunt, my uncles have been sick, and then what happens last night? In the middle of waking up, I ended up having some of the most emotional, upsetting dreams that I've had in a long time. The dreams, I won't go into details, but I will just say that it consisted of other members of my family no longer being here.
Well, you're stressed and it's on your mind, and
yeah, but I wasn't thinking about losing somebody else in my family.
But when you're sleeping, your brain just kind of
it's like my sister said right now, I ain't got no gas in it.
Ain't got no gas in
Billy, that's enough of my
that's
rambling.
how I feel.
What have you been up to, man?
I don't have a rant. I don't guess.
No, there's got to be something in that head of yours, Billy. That wonderful, magnificent brain up there. There's fireworks firing off this morning.
I don't know. Maybe we'll go to a commercial break and I'll think about it.
Well, before we do that, we want to welcome you in as we get started here on this fantastic Faithful Friday. It is a Faithful Friday. We want to welcome you in. It's always fun to be here with all of you on these Fridays. Maybe you're joining us for the first time across some of the groups on Facebook. We want to hear from you. Let us know that you're out there today and give us some feedback. How do you handle stressful situations? We'll use this as a day to kind of help each other. And let us know you're out there. Let us know what you're thankful for. A lot of friends are already joining us here today. We want to welcome you. And as always, a big shout out to Elliot Herzog of Elliot's Jewelers online at elliotsjewelers.com. We appreciate you, Elliot, so much. And, of course, on this Faithful Friday, we would not be here without our great friends from Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They are hometown traditions, hometown values, taking care of families during some of their most hard times. And, Billy, y'all have done a great job for so many years. I get a kick out of the name because people get the name confused on everything. So, what have y'all gotten before? You gotten Sam Houston Memorial, which is what it is, but you've gotten Samuel Walker Houston Memorial. You've gotten Sam Houston Funeral Home. Can you think of any other ones?
I love the people, and you can tell they're from out of town when they call, like, I'd like to speak to Mr. Houston. Well, I can take the phone over to the cemetery for you.
Yeah, he's been asleep for quite some time.
He's not really a partner in the firm.
Do y'all really get that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's really funny.
People that are not from around here, they don't know.
Could you?
I mean, I guess I could
Joke
pretend
around
to
with
be Sam.
Yeah.
This is Sam.
I'm kind of a big deal in this Lone Star State.
There's a statue of me out there on the interstate.
That's what they say. Well, sir, we're calling around local funeral homes. Why should we do business with you guys?
We have a statue. I got a statue and a stick.
I also wear a Houston,
Have
Texas.
you seen my museum? I have a presidential library.
The last one is, did you know I wore a Houston Texans jersey for a week?
Yeah, it was a begging. It looked like a tarp from the Harbor Freight.
Have you seen the plumber we have to hire to come in when the toilet backs up?
I just go out to the state park and use that one.
I have no idea where we're going today.
Yeah,
No guests today. So, Billy, you had mentioned something earlier. I asked you, is it family friendly? Is it kind of savory? And you said yes. I wanted to hear what happened. There was something that happened.
Yesterday, I got a little tickled. Me and Judith.
Why did you get tickled pink?
Yeah, all over. Me and Judith, working, whatever, and we finally got a chance to take a lunch break. And for those of y'all that remember how the restaurant report got started, the restaurant we went to was Hart's Chicken. Mm-mm. And Rob just, oh, God, he wasn't going to go to that place, yada, yada, yada. Wasn't going to set foot in there. It's named after a heart guard and flea collars. And when you go in that place, there's a little bulletin board you can put your business cards on. And I do that. When I see places that do that, I normally, I'll put one up for the, the funeral home.
Yeah.
And then I'll pop one in for the little side gig, little garage door man there. And so yesterday I walk in and I said, well, my funeral home card's still there, which is not surprising. Not surprising at all. Nobody ever takes a funeral home card because, I don't know, I guess they think if they touch the card instantly, they're the next customer. Some type of Ouija board thing or something.
Or they're already gone. How can they get it?
Yeah, So anywho, so I reach in my little business card wallet and I take out a garage door card and I'm looking for a thumbtack to stick it on the board. And lo and behold, if I do not see a Rob Hip business card at the same chicken place that this man talked 9 kinds of stuff about. You've been back, haven't you?
I've been back. Yes, sir.
And I'm Judith is trying to pay and I'm back there laughing and she's looking at me like, what the hell? Have you lost every good sense you've ever had? You're laughing in the little foyer of the chicken place. It's Rob.
Yeah, I remember putting that there. Man.
Yeah.
Have you ever, I've done this before, not anytime recently, but have you ever went to a place like that and you look and you see a business card that's like, yeah, I know that guy, maybe, or that gal, maybe they're kind of in business with me, and you just kind of politely put your card over theirs. I don't ever take it down. But I have.
I've done that recently at a place. What tickles me, there's a place in town, and I was, me and Judith, we go out to lunch together every day. It's just kind of what we do, and, except for Wednesdays and Thursdays because we only have groups that I'm in that we eat. But there's a guy that's like in the construction business, and there's a place in town that has a bunch of business cards, and I was showing her this guy's name's on like 4 different cards, all with the same phone number, but they all have a different job title.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how sketchy is that? Different company names, different, at one place he's the manager, one place he's the owner, the one place he's an installer, the other place he's a roofer. But it's all the same guy, same phone number, same everything. But it's just very...
Is it the same company or different companies?
All different. They're different companies.
Because I was going to say, if it was the same company and he's an entrepreneur, business owner, then yeah, he is all of those things.
No, but it's like, so-and-so's roofing and so-and-so's remodeling or whatever. And it's just, I don't know, it's very sketchy.
Have you ever called him, whoever this is, and called him and said, hey, how you doing? I'm trying to get a hold of the manager of this company, the owner
of this company now.
We should do that live on the show.
We should.
Yeah. Well, hey, a lot of you are joining us this morning. Thanks for hanging out with us on this Faithful Friday. Let us know, again, that you're out there today.
I got to get a paper towel to blow my
Many people are here with us this morning, and the bug is going around Huntsville. That's why Billy just hopped up. I've had it for, about a week and a half, and I wanted to encourage you this Friday, maybe if you're waking up and you're not feeling very well, take care of yourself. Find some time. I know it's easier said than done, but find some time to get a little rest. And you need to rest up because there's a big game coming up tomorrow here in Huntsville at Bauer Stadium. 6 o'clock kickoff, I believe, is the time, as Sam Houston will host New Mexico State. We are excited about that game, and our friends at the University Advancement Office, Joe Reed and others, have given us 2 more tickets to give away. Now, friends, these tickets also include a prize pack, not just tickets to the football game, but a prize pack as well. We're going to include some swag from the 2020-2021 National Championship. And so if you can make the game, great. If you want the swag, that's even better. All you got to do is text in this morning. And if you can't go to the game, by the way, give those tickets to somebody who can.
Yeah, if you can't go, then don't text.
Yeah, but if you know of somebody
that
who
would
can
want to go, yeah,
then please text in. Keyword is CATS, K-A-T-S, on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. Again, that number is 936-339-0139. We'll take a brief break and more to come as we continue celebrating all things good here in Huntsville. Some events coming up this weekend that I wanted to highlight as well. And then we'll talk a little bit about if you were at the parade last night. I know a lot of folks made it downtown. We'll talk about that and more when we come back. Our Friday is brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. It's our family serving years since 2002. Hometown traditions, hometown values. That is Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We'll step aside. We'll take a break. Text in to win those Bearcat tickets. We'll be back in a moment. This is your show. It is Good Morning Huntsville here on a Faithful Friday. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life. This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
This is Deneen with Guardian Defense, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
Back out at Huntsville. Thanks for being here. I was going to say waking up with us at 8:30. You're probably already awake.
Yeah, we had called a timeout. We were having a huddle here in the back.
76 degrees under foggy skies this morning. Humidity at 100%. Hot and humid today. 94 tonight. Well, muggy and humid. 73. Is muggy and humid the same word?
We're going to get mugged.
Mugged and humid.
Yeah, well, pretty much, yeah.
73 degrees tonight. Clear. Sunny tomorrow.
Why don't they just say sticky?
That's sticky.
You're going to be sticky tonight.
92 and sunny on Saturday. Saturday night, 71 clear. Sunday, 91. Monday, 91. How about a little rain in the forecast on Tuesday? That'll keep us in the low 90s, upper 80s.
Hey, I'm actually going to do something on Saturday that's not funeral home related.
What do you got?
Well, I got to take this call right now.
Yeah, I know y'all got something going on, Billy, so we'll get back to the Cauthen here in just a few moments. Hey, we want to welcome you back in. Thanks for being here with us this morning on another edition of Good Morning Huntsville. Rob Hipp here, and we appreciate you joining us. Billy's got a busy day kind of lining up here. We are planning possibly on doing a restaurant report today, depending on Billy's schedule. But we want to ask you, where do you want to go today? We were trying to think during the commercial break where to go eat. You know, we went to a lot of different places so far, but if there is a place today that you're thinking, man, that would be a great place to go eat, we would love to go eat with you, but we want to give it up to the audience today. Where would you like to go meet us at lunch today? We go every Friday, or try to go every Friday, on the Billy Cauthen Restaurant Report. We invite our audience to go eat with us, and we'd love to have you there today. So again, if you're watching, I know the Horn family, you're on this morning, and we want to say hello to you. We'll get to more of those. But if you'd like to join us for lunch today, just send us a message down below of where you would like to go, and we will consider that. And towards the end of the show, we will officially announce the Billy Cauthen Restaurant Report. Friends, there's quite a bit going on in our community, and you can find out about all these events on our website at HelloHuntsvilleTX.com for all the latest that's happening here in the community. You just go to HelloHuntsvilleTX.com, click on the Events tab, and you will be able to see all the great things happening here in Huntsville. I'm going to show that real quick on the screen because I talked about it before we went to break a little bit ago. But again, on our website, we've added quite a few events. Billy, you got to go, or
they're coming to get me?
Okay, so Billy's going to have to hop out of here. So I just asked the audience about the Billy Cauthen restaurant report.
Oh, what'd they say?
Nothing came in yet, but quite a few.
How dare they?
Quite a few events. Huntsville Farmers Market going. Sterling Ridge, that neighborhood as you're heading out north on 19, I believe. They are having a community garage sale. Are you a garage sale type guy? Did we ever talk about this before?
Growing up, we were a big garage sale family. That was just a thing that we did. I pretty much work every weekend now, so I don't get an opportunity to that. And I own quite a bit of my own junk, so I try not to buy other people's junk.
Well, there's a garage sale happening tomorrow, 8 a.m. at Sterling Ridge, right there out on 19. One thing that I'm going to try to get the kids to tomorrow, depending on the schedule, is
Sterling Ridge?
Yeah.
That ought to be a pretty good sale then. That's some new homes in there. Yeah.
Touch a Truck is happening. That is a really fun event that Anel Guadalupe and others with the city had always promoted when she was here, and now Amanda Shalacy and our wonderful Main Street staff doing a great job promoting this as well. This is an opportunity for children to go out and actually experience police vehicles, construction vehicles. They line them up on the street here downtown. That's going to be a really fun event. I really would really enjoy going to that.
And I heard something when they were advertising it that I thought was pretty cool. Apparently, like kids that have sensitivities to loud noises and stuff like that, they're going to have a time between like 10 and 11 where there's no lights, no sirens, no whatever. So if you have a child with special needs or something of that nature, it's not disturbing. I think that's...
Yeah, it's really wonderful. The restaurant report has came in, Billy.
Okay.
You prefer the location that's a little bit outside of town.
I do.
How far is that outside? Is that too far for us to go to today?
I don't think so.
Let's do it. Let's do it today. If it's not too far,
we'll do the one on 1791.
1791. We're going today. Yeah, let's go there because it's kind of a new experience. They've been open for a little while now. It's a second location. But let's go to City Hall Cafe, not the one downtown, though. The one there on 1791.
Mm-hmm.
So look that up. Off 1791. It's about a good 10 minutes outside of town. Not too far outside of town. But that's where we're going to go today. Billy Cauthen Restaurant Report will be at City Hall Cafe and Pie Bar off 1791. So that's the game plan. Billy, I know you got a lot going on, so if you can't make it, I'm still going to be there today regardless. But I'd like for you to be there if you can.
That's kind of how my industry is. We didn't have anything going on until about 10 minutes ago, and now it's hurry up and get here.
Yeah. So someone's coming to pick you up.
Yeah, Judith's coming to pick me up.
All right. Parking, by the way, in the truck is only $10 a day.
That's good. Yeah. I don't think the people that are needing my services want me to pull up in my old pickup truck. So.
Yeah. So that's where we'll go.
Washed it a little bit. So.
Well, when you get back, Billy, leave me the keys, and when you get back, maybe a friend will do you a favor.
It's a lot of truck to wash.
That's why you just take it and.
You'll get them construction guys out there.
Yeah, hey guys, can you help put that hose on this truck, please?
Yeah, just hose it down. Don't worry about the soap and water.
What is? Look, Quentin Galay said something. Carmelita Taqueria. Have you ever heard of that?
Is that the one that's out in Phelps?
Boy, that's got a good ring to it. Carmelita Taqueria. I like that.
He should have a commercial.
Yeah, you and I should be the spokespeople for it.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Billy Cauthen. Come
Little
on.
taco. Hey, I'm Billy Cauthen.
But I want you to come on and go,
and
hello.
If you want grease to run down your arm like this.
And then you can have Jacqueline lick it off your arm.
Negatory ghostwriter.
It's on Phelps they're in Phelps off 19.
I'm sure she would hand me a napkin and be like, here.
See, that would be good on the commercial. Have her with a napkin. I've never heard of it before. Have you heard of this place?
If that's the one I'm thinking it is, it's like right there by the railroad tracks in Phelps.
How far away is that?
10 minutes.
Is it really? Phelps. What is it called? Carmelita Taqueria. I'm trying to Google this real quick. Boy,
Show me a picture. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you know what? I have seen that before. I have no idea.
I have eaten there, and it's really good. Yeah.
Okay, change of plans.
But Homeboy's got like 2 tables.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Maybe 3.
We're going to take up all 2 of them. The Horn family, y'all are watching. Change of plans, because I've been to Cafe Texan before.
City Hall.
Kyle said, well, heck, if we're driving, I'll just make some sandwiches.
Good old ham and cheese, hard to beat.
We have taken a detour on the Billy Cauthen Restaurant Report. We've been to City Hall before. We've all eaten there. I've never been to Carmelita Taqueria. That's where we're going today. Is that all right?
Mm-hmm.
Carmelita Taqueria is where we're going. Horns, come join us, please. We'd love for you to be there. That's our traveling partners there. So that is where we're going. Noon today, down in Phelps. So I don't know exactly where that is. Not that far away at all. Carmelita Taqueria. Say that 20 times in a row, and then ask me how you feel.
Well, I'm just wondering if you can still call it Phelps Slab because there's no slab there anymore. But
what was his old concrete
the
slab?
road that led through there was concrete, and it was like a really good road. But, now I think they've torn all that up. So
No, it's the.
All right, well, my ride's here. I got to go.
All right, hey.
Peace, love, and hair grease. Y'all have a good one.
Y'all see him. Billy, hopefully we'll see you at Carmelita Taqueria. So, Billy, and this is, this happens from time to time. Billy one morning called me and said, brother, I can't be on the show this morning. He got a call one morning at throughout the night, and that's the service. In a way, I'm thankful for this because it shows you the dedication and commitment that Billy has, and we'll be praying for the family that he's got to go take care of this morning. The Carmelita Taqueria, by the way, I'm going to get you an address here. I think it's on Watson Lake Road. Let me double check this before I put this out here. Let's just do this here real quick. Yes, it is. It's at 8 Watson Lake Road. That is the address of it, and it's just outside of Phelps. So if you're going down 2296, it's off 190, and that is where it is located at. So off 190, heading out into that area, and then you go down 190, I believe, and then you head east on 190, take a right turn on 2296, and you'll come down. It's right there at the intersection of Watson Lake Road and Dorrell Road, right off 2296. 8 Watson Lake Road is the address. And maybe some of you this morning are new to the show and you had no idea what we're talking about or what we're doing. We do this every single Friday. It's the Billy Cauthen Restaurant Report. We always invite our audience. You're part of a family. Jason, if you can come. I see Jason Thompson, man. You've never came with us before, so come on, man. Come hang out with us today at noon, and we'll go down there and eat. My beautiful wife said, maybe you can bring me some. I will bring you some today, sweetheart. You deserve it, baby. So, hey, well, let's take another break. I want to go over what is it today of, and also we'll recap some more events that are happening this weekend here in Huntsville. I got to a couple of them. Touch a Truck going on, the big garage sale at Sterling Ridge, but there's a few more events that I want to make sure that we touch base. We'll do that here in a moment. And, hey, by the way, if you want to head out to the Bearcats game coming up tomorrow, all you got to do is text in the keyword CATS. There's over 15,000 people at Bauer Stadium last Saturday. We'd love to see that number again, and you can be part of it. Seat back chairs. We're giving away tickets courtesy of University Advancement Office. The keyword is CATS, K-A-T-S, on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. That number is open at 936-339-0139. Text in CATS along with your name for your chance to win the prize pack and more. We'll step aside. We'll take a break. Our Faithful Friday is brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. It's hometown traditions, hometown values. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment as we continue celebrating all things good. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville here on a Faithful Friday.
Hi, I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
So, what's inside the mysterious little box?
What box? Oh, that box over there.
You went to Elliott.
Wait, don't open it yet. Oh, and yes, I went to see Elliott's Jewelers just a couple of days ago.
Inside the box, is it golden?
Well, I was a little concerned about the price of gold because it's high, but Elliott really helped me find something beautiful and monetarily agreeable.
Oh, well, hey, can I open it now? Please?
Whoa, just a little longer. You have to at least wait until Christmas Day.
Oh, well, I can do that.
Elliott's Jewelers. Fine jewelry and engravable gifts. Schedule your appointment at elliottjewelers.com. That's ELLIOTTS Jewelers.com.
Make sure there's something extra special inside the mysterious little box you give this season.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today. Braylon, say this is Spirit Radio.
This is Spirit Radio.
I was lost, but now I see grace came down and rescued me. Through the storm, you held my hand. Now I stand on higher land. When the night is long and hope feels gone, your love will carry me. Your love will carry me. You are the light that breaks the dark, the beating rhythm of my heart. No matter where this road may lead, you're the strength inside of me.
All right, friends, back at it as we continue on this journey this morning. We got about 10 minutes remaining here on Good Morning Huntsville. It's another release by Spirit Radio FM, by the way. That song called Forever Rejoice. It'll be on all major music outlets here within the next 2 weeks. If you're on iTunes, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, you'll see that song. You can purchase it or listen to it on iHeartRadio, and also exclusively on the Spirit Radio FM app. Always a joy and privilege to be here with you on these faithful Fridays. Billy had to run. He's got a family to take care of. That is what Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home is all about. It is our family serving yours since 2002. Hometown traditions, hometown values. That is our great friends at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. I want to welcome you back in this morning, and thanks for being with us here on this edition of Good Morning Huntsville. I'm Rob Hipp, and many of you may be new on the show today. We want to encourage you to like and share this broadcast, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you may be. Help us to share the good happening right here in Huntsville, Texas. The Hornets are off this week. It is their bye week after a huge victory over Cedar Park on the road a week ago. Kids will still be practicing and getting ready for the following week, but this week, no Hornets football game. They get a breather, but Sam Houston is playing at Bowers. That's why we're giving away those 2 tickets. We'll call the winner at the end of the show coming up here in just a few minutes. As promised, I wanted to talk more about a few events that are happening. We started to talk about that earlier, Touch a Truck happening on Saturday. I talked to my good friend Kay earlier this week, and it is the Huntsville Antique Show. She's been doing this for a long time, the Huntsville Antique and Vintage Show. It is happening this week out at the Walker County Fairgrounds this weekend, and you can join them on Saturday, tomorrow, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday, they'll be there as well from 10 to 4 at the fairgrounds. Over 65 quality dealers across the U.S. Showing a variety of different items. Definitely an event that if you enjoy antiques or collectibles, you want to be at. Tickets, by the way, only $7, and children under 12 will get in for free. That is happening this weekend. So a few events that we've got on our calendar, again, including the Farmers Market as always, the Sterling Ridge Neighborhood Garage Sale, Touch a Truck, and the Huntsville Antique Show. As we look ahead to more happening this coming up week, right around the corner, the Huntsville Public Library is hosting open mic night, poetry and spoken word. That's going to happen on Wednesday at 5:30. A great opportunity to come out and really celebrate the arts in our community and appreciate Amanda and all the great staff there at the library for the hard work that they do. And then a really exciting event that's going to be happening on Thursday of the coming up week as Mayor Humphrey hosting in the inaugural Mayor's Ball. This is going to help to help local nonprofits here in the community. We had our friend Samantha Havard on a little bit earlier last week talking about this great event. They had it rescheduled from a few months ago, but it is the first event hosted by Russell Humphrey. It's the Mayor's Ball. It'll be located at the Vintage off 12th Street, and this is a great opportunity for you to come out and be part of an event that's going to help give back to some nonprofits here in Huntsville, Texas. We have all these events on our website at hellohuntsvilletx.com. Just simply go to the events tab, and if you've got an event happening here in the community, we'd love to hear from you as well. All that you have to do is go to our website and submit those events, and we'll be more than happy to share them. And when you do share the event on our website, we promote that. And it's also an opportunity for you to be in our newsletter. We put those events in our newsletter as well, and it's a really cool way to get your name out there because that newsletter goes out every Thursday now to almost 2,000 people in Huntsville. Again, appreciate all your support as we continue to celebrate all the things good. I want to go back on this day in history here for September the 20th as we are already moving along this month. Hard to believe. How are we already at September the 20th? On this date, Alexander the Great was born in the year 356 BC. Also on this date, 1519, Portuguese navigator Ferdinand Magellan, you've all heard Magellan before, began what became the successful circumnavigation of the world. 1797, as we go back on this date, the U.S. Constitution was launched in Boston Harbor. It was given the nickname Old Ironsides. How about that? Also, on this date in 1859, how many of you used a stove this week? Well, a patent was granted for the electric range on this date in 1859. You go back to 1951, a jet crossed over the North Pole for the very first time in 1951. Today is National Queso Day. Maybe we'll have some queso as we go to Carmelita's Taqueria a little bit later today for the Billy Cauthen Restaurant Report. It's National Queso Day, National Care for Kids Day. How about this? National Fried Rice Day, Pepperoni Pizza Day, National String Cheese Day, and National Punch Day as well. A few other things that you need to know today as Michelle Obama has spent some time in a Costco this past week handing out samples of her new beverage, Plezzy Fizz, healthy, calorie-free, and some say pretty good. She is a partner with Kristen Bell in that company. Rescuers had to jump into action at South Carolina Marina this week when an elderly couple, following their GPS, drove straight into the water. The newest fall drink at Starbucks, they're always coming up with something. The Pecan Crunch Oatmeal Latte. I'm sure my wife knows about all that. A London private school that costs $35,000 a year now offering completely AI classrooms. This technology is starting to get out of hand. Students wouldn't have a teacher, just a custom program created for them. I think it's a start of we're going to see a lot of jobs starting to be lost, but I'm sorry, AI is not going to replace our wonderful teachers. 3 years after resigning as the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders after the emergence of of John Gruden and some things that happened. He wants to return to coaching, most likely at the college level. SpaceX, they've been in the news quite frequently lately. Well, they're planning to send one of their Starship rockets to Mars in 2026. Pretty cool, as they have private space flight has really starting to take off, and I'm sure they're going to send some probes down there. I'm still waiting for the day that man will actually land on Mars. You know, when Bush was president, he had a plan to put us back on the moon by 2020 and Mars by 2030, and after he left office, because of budgeting, that plan got nixed. I was really sad about that, because I think exploration will inspire the next generation. We need that here. Saturday Night Live kicking off their 50th season here in just about 8 days. Gene Smart is host, musical guest Jelly Roll. So the 50 years of Saturday Night Live. You know, I've still never really sat and watched an entire SNL, I'll be honest with you. A couple of other things. Smucker's makes those sandwiches called Uncrustables. A lot of basketball players eat those at the collegiate level. They're basically sandwiches with the crust cut off. Well, now they have a new flavor, peanut butter and raspberry spread. If you've never had a Smucker's Uncrustable, you are missing out. Next time you're at the store and you see those, get one, and I promise you will not be disappointed. 2 Ohio sisters. Check this out. Pretty cool news coming out of Ohio today. Marilyn Wright and Madeline Casper, in fact, twins, celebrated their 102nd birthday together last week. I was reading a stat that just to get to 90, is only like 10% of the population. To get to 100 is not even 1%. And here we have twin sisters celebrating their 102nd birthday together in Ohio. A couple of final things here. Rob Schneider publicly asking his daughter, Ellie King, to forgive him after the singer criticized him for their toxic relationship. We've seen a lot of these celebrities come back and try to reconcile relationships with their parents. Hopefully that one works out for them. Here is today's impossible question. Start thinking about this, friends. Today's impossible question. Each year, Americans throw out enough of these to reach the moon and back 20 times. Think about it again each year, and comment if you have any idea what this is. Each year, Americans throw out enough of these. Enough of what? To reach the moon and back 20 times. What are they? Think about that as I go over some more facts today. Did you know that 25% of kids say the worst thing about driving with their parents is when they yell at other drivers? So parents, if you've got some little ones or your children with you when you're driving, don't yell at other drivers. Nothing you can do about it. Since 1970, the number of people who take a bath regularly has dropped by 70%. 93% of dog owners are convinced that their dogs can smile. Magnolia Kennel, Steph Valley joining us. Do you believe that dogs smile? 93% of dog owners are convinced that their dogs do, in fact, smile. 45% of American families consider buying a gift for their pets as a holiday tradition. 60% of us plan to out-gift someone coming up in the holiday season. Still a few months away from that. The average woman burns over 15,000 calories a year shopping. So husbands, if you're getting upset at your wife for shopping too much, hey, 15,000 calories a year getting burned, so there's a little exercise in that as well. Kids who watch TV regularly do better in school and are about 3 months ahead of those who don't. Now, that statement there, we would have to get some fact-checking from Kay Boning on, because I don't agree with that. The average guy spends $107 on dry cleaning every year. I don't agree with that stat, because that used to be not even a fraction of what I would spend per month on dry cleaning. Germany, how about any McDonald's fans joining us today? Germany, the only country where the McRib is available all year long. So if you want the McRib, which usually comes back around the fall, I'm a McRib fan, I'll be honest. Germany, the only country where it's available all year long. Almost 50% of Americans lie when they go to the doctor. Have you ever been to the doctor and lied to them? The average 35-year-old woman owns at least 3 bridesmaid dresses and really doesn't use any of them. And finally, sales of orange juice have fallen by about 40% over the past 20 years. Orange juice down. And it's kind of interesting that I saw that, because I used to be a huge orange juice fan, and now as I've gotten older, I just don't really care for it too much at all. We'll go back to today's impossible question. Each year, Americans throw out enough of these to reach the moon and back 20 times. What are they? Some of you have kind of got it right. Rebecca Schaefer, my sister, joining, saying plastic water bottles. Autumn Wheaton saying water bottles. Kyle Kreiner, the Brisketeer of Huntsville, saying plastic bottles. Karen Clark, plastic bottles as well. Well, the correct answer is soda cans and bottles. Americans throwing out enough of those to reach the moon and back 20 times. Pretty crazy to think about that and how much of that stuff that we actually throw away. Well, friends, before we go, I'm not going to call our winner, but I am going to go here to our Keywords app. We've had quite a few of you this morning check in and text over this last week, and the keyword was cats. That keyword is shut down, and many of you have texted in. I'm going to hit the randomizer, and the winner today is, drumroll, Jason Thompson. You are the winner to the Bearcats game this weekend. You texted in a couple of times this week, and I think maybe those extra times got you a few extra chances in there. So Jason Thompson over at Guardian Defense is our winner of the Bearcats prize pack. It's going to include 2 seatback chairs and also some national championship gear, courtesy of our friends at SHSU Advancement Office. Jason, I just saw, too, where you texted in. Your name was Stumpy, so I like that, man. So Stumpy's the winner today. Congratulations and a big thank you to our friends at University Advancement Office. Friends, that'll wrap it up here on a Faithful Friday. Keep Billy in your prayers as he out serving a family right now with Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They are always in the community taking care of business. Again, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, they are our Friday Foundation sponsor. Friends, I love you, appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us this week. I pray all of you find a way to stay healthy. There's a lot going on here in Huntsville and literally all over. I'm hearing from people just not feeling well, people being sick. I just pray that each and every one of you finds a way to stay healthy. If you get sick, just get plenty of rest, say your prayers, and know that you will get better very, very soon. Again, no Hornets game this weekend. Sam Houston, though, as Jason will get to enjoy that game. They are playing at Bauer Stadium, and get your tickets online at gobearcats.com. Also, one final thing, if you're looking for a church family to be a part of, we'd love to have you here at First Baptist Church in Huntsville. Pretty exciting here. Just, in fact, a few days ago, First Baptist celebrated their 180th anniversary. We have services here at First that happen every single Sunday. You can join us for Bible study starting at 9:30, and then we have service at 10:45. We'd love to have you here. I had a little bit of time this week, and I wanted to end the show with this. I'll come back and do our normal sign-off, but I did want to end the show showing a video of 180 years of history of First Baptist Church here in Huntsville. I think you guys will really enjoy this, and for those of you that don't go to First, it's no problem because it is history in our community. In fact, this was a church where Sam Houston went to and his wife. And so I wanted to show that to you now as we wind down the show today. This is 180 years of First Baptist here in our community. Please enjoy this video.
As we celebrate 180 years of God's faithfulness at First Baptist Church Huntsville, we are reminded of the incredible journey He has guided us through since our founding in 1844. What began as a small gathering of believers under the leadership of Reverend Z.N. Morrell has blossomed into a vibrant community of faith filled with lives forever changed by the saving power of Jesus Christ. From that first one-room church built in 1851 to the magnificent house of worship standing today, God has shown His favor and His hand has been evident every step of the way. Over the decades, 27 pastors have been called to shepherd this congregation, each one faithfully serving and helping to spread the message of salvation. Through their leadership, countless souls have come to know Jesus as their personal Savior, and the impact doesn't stop there. Generation after generation has found hope, healing, and restoration through the ministry of this church.
Howdy, I'm Thomas Leeper. I've been coming to First Baptist Church since I was a baby in a crib. My parents and my mother's parents were all members of First Baptist Church of Huntsville. There's certainly a rich history of First Baptist Church in its 180 years. I remember times when my grandfather would sitting with me in the pew up there on the side front near the organ. They'd pass the offering plate and he'd slip me a quarter so I could put something in the offering plate, and that certainly was a good lesson in being faithful to God. Boy, the church has just really been a family-oriented church. You know, in my experience with my grandparents and my parents going here, and I can even think of with my family, something that's kind of neat is that my parents were able to get the 2 stained glass windows that came out of the church building that was built in 1890. So we have our own piece of history that keeps our family connected with First Baptist Church and its rich history. So, you know, when you look at the rich history of the church, all of the things that have happened through these 180 years, the itinerant pastor who helped found the church, Zion Morrell, in his memoir, Fruits and Flowers of the Wilderness, he talked about First Baptist Church, even in the early years, that it had gone through all sorts of trials and tribulations, and yet God had continued to use it to further his kingdom and to witness to the community around it. So I know it's got a bright future ahead to continue the heritage that God has blessed us with so far.
From its early days, First Baptist has been a beacon of light, not only to Huntsville, but to the surrounding areas as well. Our children's ministry has flourished, nurturing young hearts in the knowledge of God's Word, while our Family Life Center has become a place where families are strengthened and relationships are built. Through it all, God has used First Baptist to reach out beyond our walls, partnering with local schools, supporting families, and serving our community with love and compassion.
Hello, I'm Phyllis Dillard, and I've been at First Baptist Church for a little over 30 years. First Baptist Church holds a special place in my heart. It was here that my 2 grandchildren learned about Jesus and were truly exposed to that and got baptized. 180 years, a lot goes through my mind, and I've just seen these programs grow through our church, and one of the greatest joys that I've had is cooking with the cooks on Wednesday Night Live. These 30 years here at First Baptist Church, I have grown so much spiritually. I've seen the Lord just bring me out of my shell a little bit and help me to be able to relate better to other people and have more friendships. I have friendships here that they're like family. I'll have them for the rest of my life. And I've gotten to be friends with a lot of people on the staff. We have a wonderful staff. And I've gotten to be friends with our pastor, Jason Bay, and he's human. He's just a wonderful person, and if you don't know him, get to know him. He's our spiritual leader, and he does so much in our community and for our church family. So we thank God for the 180 years in the past, and here's to 180 more years in the future, and may God bless this church and this church family and this community.
Whether it's feeding the hungry, clothing those in need, or simply offering a place of hope, First Baptist has remained committed to being the hands and feet of Jesus in Huntsville. Today, as we stand on the shoulders of those who came before us, we reflect on the eternal impact this church has had. Lives saved, hearts transformed, and generations blessed. And yet we believe with all our hearts that the best is yet to come. God is not finished with us. As we continue to grow and serve, we know He has even greater plans in store. There are more lives to be touched, more families to be healed, and more souls to be saved. First Baptist Church Huntsville is not just a building, it is a harbor of hope and a living testimony of God's goodness, grace, and favor. And as we celebrate 180 years, we look forward with expectation, knowing that through His power we will continue to be a force for good in this community, bringing hope to the hurting and salvation to the lost. Let's keep believing, let's keep trusting, and let's keep reaching out. Because with God, the best is always yet to come.
Hi, I'm Jason Bay, pastor of First Baptist Church here in Huntsville, Texas. As we celebrate 180 years of ministry in this community, I can't help but think back to the long legacy that First Baptist has had in Huntsville. Members like Sam Houston and other notable people that have served this community in such big and bold ways, and the impact that this church has had on so many lives, so many people coming to know Christ to the people that have served this great community. We look back and appreciate all those that have stood in the path, that have made it easy for us to stand in this community and proclaim Christ. But also, we look forward to many more years of sharing the good news of Jesus Christ. First Baptist has a great history, but I truly believe that the best is yet to come for what God has for this church. Thank you for being a part of First Baptist Church, and let's all thank God for what He has done here in this community and especially in this church for the past 180 years.
Yeah, such a wonderful history and heritage, and thank y'all for staying with us and watching that video. It's great to hear from folks such as Thomas Leeper and Phyllis Dillard, pillars in this community that have been involved in this church for a very, very long time. So, friends, I did want to end with that. Encourage, if you have a place that you've been wanting to attend, come here and visit us at First. It's all about family here. Number one, it's all about Jesus, but it's all about family here at our church, and we'd love to have you. Again, Bible studies of all ages starting at 9:30. Have a wonderful youth program. Our Wednesday night life program is really up and running great now, and you can come, again, even on Wednesday night. There's a lot going on here starting around 4:30 or so for youth. Can come in. At 5 o'clock, we have something to eat, and whether you go to church somewhere else or not, you're always welcome here. And then Bible studies on Wednesdays as well, and activities for youth. That is for all ages. So if you've got young children, maybe you say, I can't come because who's going to watch my children? We have a nursery here, and we take security very, very seriously here at First. But come join us Sunday, 9:30 Bible study service at 10:45. Friends, that'll wrap it up. Thank you so much for being with us this week. I know it's been a little bit of a shortened week. Next week, we'll get back to our daily prizes, and we would love to have you be a part of that. If you're a business and you want to ever donate prizes, we try to give stuff away every single day here on this show. Big shout out, as always, to Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, hometown values, hometown traditions. They have been serving this community. It's their family serving yours since 2002. We'll be back at it on Monday. I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed week. And as I end every broadcast, reminding you today that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other, so please provide a word of encouragement and lend a hand of support. Somebody out there in Huntsville needs you. Until next time, good morning and God bless. We'll see you back at it on Monday at 7:30. So long, everyone.